We still hustle daily. What's going on, Hustle Nation? Welcome back to another video. I got another one for y'all. I thought this was very interesting, and because she said something, and I heard it, and I was just like, wow. Because y'all know, I'm about to roll a bleezy. You feel me? But because y'all know I don't smoke after people, right? I'm gonna save my commentary for the video when she say it. But this is about to teach us a lot, so everybody pay attention. Grab your popcorn, grab your drinks or whatever. This is a good story time. Make sure y'all like the video, comment, subscribe, hit that thumbs up button. Make sure y'all follow both my story times channels. All right. So we got We Still Hustle Daily, and we got We Still Hustle Daily 2. All right, the number 2. All right, put We Still Hustle Daily, then number 2. All right, We Still Hustle Daily 2. All right, so those both my story times channels. I'm releasing stories over here every day. I'm releasing stories over there every day. But let's go ahead and get started. This is how she tested positive for herpes and HIV. Everybody listen and learn. This is, like I said, this is very educational. It taught me something new. Now nobody can smoke after me, bro. Like, no, because y'all know I used to do I would say my commentary. Let's get right into the video. Did you like the video yet? You ain't do it, but we gonna still start it.
20th of 2023, I went into the gynecologist for a routine appointment. She did a pap smear, and I was like, well, since I'm here, can you also do blood work and run a full STD panel, including HIV, because some places, I don't know, when you ask for STD testing, they don't test for HIV. And I also said including HSV1. HSV1 is herpes simplex virus 1. It is the oral herpes. And some places won't test for it because a lot of the population actually has oral herpes, a cold sore. So a lot of people test positive for it, but then they don't want people to freak out because a lot of people may not ever have a breakout. I don't know. That's what one physician told me. And I was like, I don't know what everybody else do. I would like to know all of it. Anyway, so I asked her for those labs, and she asked me, am I asking because I have any concerns, or am I asking because, I want to do preventative testing? And I let her know preventative testing. If I am playing adult twister, then I get tested every 6 months. If I'm not playing adult twister, then I get tested once a year. The last time I had been tested was March of
Adult twister. I like that.
Of 2023. It was now December 2023, so I was like, just include it in there. When I left the OBGYN office, I normally go to Quest Diagnostic, which is to the right. I went there and it was probably like 5:30 and they didn't have any more appointments left because I think they closed at 6 or something like that. So I was like, damn, but there's another urgent care right on the left and they have a lab in there. So I went to that urgent care to get my blood drawn. This is very important. That was on the 20th. On the 23rd, I got a notification that said my results were ready in the portal. I logged onto the portal. I didn't even go to the STD testing because I look at my blood work first. A doctor once told me that I am mildly anemic. So they asked me to take iron. Anyway, so I checked my blood work first, and then I was checking the STDs one by one. Not detected, not detected, negative, not detected. And then I get to, it said like HSV 1 and 2 antibodies or something like that, or antigens. And then it said like a high level of it. I immediately got on the phone with that doctor's office. She looked it up and she was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to see if the physician can call you back. Yeah, you see what I see. She called me back and she was like, oh, I'm looking at your lab results. She's trying to go over everything else. I'm like, girl, I don't care about none of that. And she was like, oh, I'm looking on here and it says, HSV 1 and 2 positive. She was like, I remember you asked for the test specifically. Like, is there something that you're worried about? There was nothing I was worried about. Actually, I was completely fine until I just logged on here and saw that it was positive. So now I'm freaking out. I am really freaking out. Like, I can feel myself, I can feel the anxiety just building. This is the first time I've tested positive for anything, mind you. She was like, yeah, you've never tested positive for anything. Like, I'm gonna just have them run it one more time because we don't know if it's HSV1 or HSV2. HSV1 is oral herpes. HSV2 is genital herpes. She was like, so we're gonna have them rerun the test. This was on the 23rd of December. This was right before Christmas. The whole time during Christmas, I'm like stressed the fuck out. And thank the Lord I was on Christmas break from school because that would have been too much for me to handle. I done cried. I'm like, oh my God, what? Thankfully that I was in school at the time. So like I had learned about this. So I'm like, okay, you know exactly what herpes is, how it works, like what you have to do, like just calm down, you'll be okay. So then I'm like, wait a minute, I got it from somewhere. So I didn't say nothing because I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wait until she run the second test. I finally got the results back on December 28th. I got the portal notification first. So I logged online. I seen that it said HSV1 not detected, HSV2 not detected. As soon as I was getting off of the portal, my phone was ringing, and it was the physician telling me like, hey, good news, you actually don't have herpes. And I'm like, okay, well, why did I test positive? She's like, I don't know. So apparently that urgent care runs a different test than Quest Diagnostic does. And for whatever reason, there's some antigen in my blood that will always test positive on that specific test. Now let's fast forward to March 3rd of 2025. Now I'm going to the primary care physician. When I get a physical, I also tell her about my hip on the right side. Anybody that knows me knows I've been having hip pain for the past 2 years and I cannot figure out why. She's like, okay, we're going to get you some x-rays done. We're going to run labs to make sure it's not cancer. We're going to check for inflammation. We're going to check your blood count. They want to make sure it's not arthritis, osteoporosis, like all kinds of stuff, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm like, well, since you run in my blood, can you check me for STDs as well? Can you make sure that you include HSV1, HSV2, and HIV? She was like, well, I don't know. They usually don't run HIV. Like, I have to. I'm like, no, I want it all. Why would you not do it? I want it all. It's like, okay, do you have any concerns? I said, no, it's just preventative testing. Fun fact, a lot of places or a lot of like clinics, if you tell them it's preventative testing, they will test you for free. If you tell them that like, oh, I think something's wrong or I've been having this issue, then they will charge you or charge your insurance. But usually, or not usually, a lot of the times, if it's preventative, then they will cover it for free. So ask them. So I'm telling her like, oh yeah, I'm not worried about that for real, girl. Like, since the last test, I test negative. I've only been with one person 2 times. Like, I would know the 2 exact dates. I'm more so concerned about what's going on with my hip. She's like, oh, okay, cool. Turns out every fucking time I say that, I'm wrong. So I went, got my blood drawn, cool. That was on March 3rd, 2025. So on March 7th, I got an email saying that my lab results have been uploaded into the patient portal. Remind you, this is a new primary care, so I haven't registered for the patient portal yet. So I get on the phone with the doctor's office and I ask them if I can speak with her so that I can get my lab results. And they're like, well, you need an appointment. Our next appointment isn't until Monday. If it's anything critical, if anything crucial, anything that stands out, she will be checking them later today and she will call you. I said, okay. So on March 10th, I have a 9:45 appointment with a psychiatrist. They want to see if I have ADHD. Turns out they diagnosed me with anxiety and depression, right? Very important to this story because I hang up with them. 10 minutes later, I get a call, and it's the doctor calling me, and she's like, yeah, so we have some labs come back with abnormal results, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I have bone cancer. That's my immediate thought. And then, like, as soon as the thought finishes, she said, yeah, you tested positive for HIV. Huh? You tested positive for HIV. I said, are you sure? Like, can you read me back my name, first and last name, and date of birth? Because are you checking the right chart? I have never created a patient portal login type shit so motherfucking fast. Like, while we're on the phone with them, I'm on my phone logging into the patient portal. It's on like page 3. I get to HIV, baby. It says repeatedly reactive. And for some reason, emotionally, I did not have the same reaction or as strong as a reaction as I did for the herpes. I was more so just like, what? I'm like, that's it. That was the least of my concerns, like the very fucking least of my concerns. So she's like, yeah, we got to get you to a specialist immediately. Like, we have an appointment tomorrow at 11 a.m. or 1 p.m. Which one do you want? And I'm like, I have work tomorrow. And she's like, listen, the next appointment is not for 2 months, so you need to make this appointment. I get off the phone and I'm just like, all right, well, I got HIV. Like, for some reason, the herpes scared the heck out of me, but with the HIV, I was just kind of like, all right. As long as you're taking your medicine and doing what you're supposed to do, following whatever your treatment plan is, you can have a long, healthy life with HIV. You can have children and literally have a normal life. The worst part about it to me is, 1, you can't breastfeed because you can transfer the HIV to your baby. 2, I'm like, I have to tell everybody that I date now. Like, I damn near got to say, hi, my name is Kira and I have HIV. And then I went to my friend's birthday party that day because that was her literal birthday. Or I didn't go to her birthday party, but she had like a little dinner in her house. people are probably shocked to hear this video right now because I haven't really told anybody. So it's the next day. I get to the appointment again, still calm, cool, collected. I'm talking to the lady who draws blood, and I'm like, yeah, so like, you know, how long does it take? Like, what are we checking for exactly? And she was like, I'm gonna partner you with a nurse to answer all those questions. So the nurse called me in the back and she was like, okay, so the test you took the first time was detecting whether or not you have HIV. It comes back positive. They tested more than one time. That's why it says repeatedly reactive. So there's HIV 1 and HIV 2. HIV 1 is contracted here in the US. HIV 2 is contracted overseas. It looks like you have HIV 1, so now we're going to check your blood to see how much of the HIV is in your system. So they're checking for the viral load. A viral load less than 30 is negative. A viral load more than 30 is positive. That'll determine what your treatment is, and you'll go forward with the doctor from there. Usually 5 days to a week and a half to get the results back. We'll give you a follow-up appointment in 2 weeks, but your results will be back.
Yeah. This just put into perspective. She ain't said like the little part I had listened to a little bit, but we gonna get to it. She ain't said that yet, but this just put into perspective. You just gotta be very careful. I wonder if she's gonna tell us how she got this. This is scary, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like HIV, herpes, and more so the HIV, because I be using condoms. You know what I'm saying? But I be letting motherfuckers suck my dick though. Oh my god, I will let her suck my dick. Oh my god. You know what I'm saying? So we just all gotta be fucking careful out here, man, on what we doing, and just be, you know what I'm saying, watch who you kissing, watch who you passing cups to, blunts to, watch who you let kiss your children. You know how your children first born, they be, hey, he's so cute, come on, you be kissing them all in the mouth and shit. You know, we just gotta be very, very careful out here. But let's go ahead and finish the story. You know what I'm saying? So
she drew my blood, and everybody in there was so sweet. Anyway, so she draws my blood, and then she tells me to go pee in the cup. So I go pee in the cup. Then I went back to the front, and I was like, oh, do you guys do rapid tests? Because I know they do like finger pricks places, and you get the results back right then. She's like, no, we don't do that here. I'm so sorry. I'm like, okay. So I go back into the office, into the nurse's station. A guy walks by, and he was like, oh, hey, like, are you here so that we can start your regimen? And the nurse was like, no, she's here for the viral load count. He was like, oh, okay, well, make her an appointment in 2 weeks so we can put her on a regimen. He's like, oh, wait, 1 second. I have meds in the back. I'm going to give you some meds. He goes back to his office. I look at the nurse. I'm like, is this the doctor? She's like, yeah. He never introduced himself. Nothing like that. Now he comes back with 3 bottles of Big Tart.
he just come back giving motherfuckers medicine. He tweaking, ain't he?
It's 7 pills in each bottle. And he says, okay, this is enough to last you 3 weeks. Start taking them today. You can take them with food, you can take them without food, you can take them in the morning, you can take them at night. It does not matter as long as you take it every single day. That's the most important part. I'll see you in 2 weeks. And then he walks away. And then that's when it hit me. For some reason, that medication in my hand, baby, it hit me like a ton of fucking bricks, okay? I literally wanted to bust out crying right there at that nurse's station, but I didn't. So I walked out of the office. There was a guy sitting on the steps right there. He's bawling his eyes out. I'm guessing this is his first appointment or something. He just found out that he got, I don't know. But I'm like, oh my God. Everybody in the waiting room, like some people crying. Some people like look like they just got done crying. Other people on the phone. I'm just like, oh my goodness, it's too much. So I walk out and I call every single clinic in the area, right? Planned Parenthood, every clinic, HIV clinics everywhere. I'm like, do you guys have the free rapid testing? And every place is saying no. On my way home, I was watching TikToks of like people who tested positive for HIV. And there was this one lady who was like just spreading awareness of like at home rapid tests. And she was like, yeah, you can go on this website and get them for free. Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna do this. So then I got home, y'all. As soon as I walked in my front door, I like just started bawling, crying. I was just like, oh my God. It's crazy because I didn't really have an emotional reaction at first, but I started noticing I had no appetite, like no emotional reaction, but my reaction was physical. I could not eat. And then I was like, oh my God, this man really gave me HIV. Like, now I have to call this man. First of all, we're not on good terms. We're not even on speaking terms, right? So now I have to download this fucking app to text this man to tell him to call me. And then when he gets on my phone, I have to say, hey, I tested positive for HIV. Not only that, but you probably gave it to me because there's literally nowhere else I could have gotten it. I work in healthcare, right? So it's like you could have gotten it at work, but not really because I have not had any kind of incidents. Now I'm really crying because I'm like, I don't want to call him. I don't want to tell him this. Like, and you gave it to me, like, like I honestly, I'm not gonna say I wasn't mad that he gave it to me, but I was just like, if he has it, I don't think he knows. I don't like, there's no part of me that thinks like, oh, you did this to me on purpose. So I was like, I'm not calling him right now. I am going to wait until I get the viral load back, because I was an emotional wreck, y'all. And I was like, I'm too emotional right now to get on this man's phone and say anything. So I just cried my little eyes out. And then after that, I was fine. Like, again, it went back to like the no emotional thing. But again, I could not eat. It felt like I was withering away. I'm not even kidding.
She said she went from 130 pounds to 118 pounds in 2 weeks.
Like, the time it took me to get them results back, I started feeling malnourished. So that was March 11th, right? So then 2 days go by, March 13th come, and they give me a call, and they're like, oh, hey, this is the clinic. We actually forgot to give you a rapid HIV test. And I said, I literally asked y'all when I was there if I could get a rapid HIV test, and y'all said no. And they were like, oh yeah, no, that was wrong. We should have given you a rapid one there. Can you come in today? I get there, she pricked my finger, take the blood, put it in this tube, poured some red solution in it, shook it up, and then poured it in this small little white bowl, right? As it was going in the white bowl, she took a tube of blue solution, poured that in there. It turned clear. So she's looking in it, I'm looking in it with her, because I'm like, what are we looking at exactly? And then she was like, okay. You ready for the results? I'm like, yeah. She's like, this test is negative. I'm like, huh? She's like, yeah, this rapid test is negative. She looks at me and she's like,
yo, I was gonna say that because remember, she tests negative at first, so she testing negative and positive too many times. What's going on here, y'all? Come on.
are you pregnant? I'm like, no. She's like, are you sure you're not pregnant? I'm like, yeah. She's like, are you positive? I'm like, girl, at this point, I don't fucking know. You tell me. Because at this point, you got more information than I got. Am I pregnant? God damn. But I'm like, no, I'm not pregnant. I don't think I'm pregnant. Like, I know I'm not pregnant. And she's like, well, I don't know why you tested positive on the blood test and tested negative on this test. Let me call my supervisor. I can hear the supervisor on the phone. The supervisor's like, what the fuck? And she's like, who told her she was positive? And the nurse is like, her blood test told her she was positive. I'm looking at it in the portal. She's like, you're sure the rapid test is negative? The lady's like, yes, I'm literally looking at the rapid test right here. It's negative. Supervisor,
it just said apparently rapid tests are very accurate.
like, wow, that's weird. I don't know. And then she asked me again, like, there's not a chance you're pregnant. I'm like, I'm not pregnant, girl. I'm not pregnant.
Let's give the girl a damn pregnancy test at this point.
Fast forward 1 week later, the 18th, I called them, hey, what is going on? Like, I still don't have any results back. You said it takes a week. And they're saying, yeah, we don't know why you don't have the results back. That was on Tuesday. On Friday, the 21st, I called again. Hello, like, what is going on? It's been a week and a half. Now y'all pissing me off, because now I have a follow-up appointment on Tuesday to start this regimen, and we don't even know what the viral load is because we ain't got it back yet. The nurses are like, we don't know why you don't have them. Like, we're actually going to have you talk to the doctor. We're going to have him give you a call. He gave me a call like a couple hours later, and he's like, yes, have you been taking your medicine? I was like, well, I took the rapid test. The rapid test said it was negative. He was like, it did? I'm like, yeah. He's like, that's weird. Well, the blood test is more accurate than the rapid test. So you still need to take that medication. Like, make sure you're taking it every single day. Doesn't matter when. You need to take it. We're going to get the viral load count. You're going to have an appointment with me on Tuesday so you can come in person. He stressed that fact.
Nah, hell no. Y'all got to get this negative and positive shit straightened out before I take anything.
Your first appointment has to be in person so that you can set out the treatment plan or whatever, and then everyone after that, you can do it on the phone. The nurses will call you on Monday. We don't have your results back now, but we should have them back on Monday. If we do not have them back on Monday, we are actually going to call the lab and have them ordered stat. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So Sunday comes, I get an email and it says, I have results uploaded into the patient portal, right? Immediately, I went to that patient portal. And I looked on there and it says something about like patient identification required, or patient something about identification. And I'm like, what? What does this mean? Like, Monday comes, I don't hear from the nurses. The appointment time comes and goes. So I call the office. I'm like, what is going on? I have an appointment tomorrow. It's in person. It's for me to start the treatment plan. He said, I need the viral load before I start the treatment plan. So if I don't have the viral load by tomorrow, it's pointless for me to come in. Also, why didn't anybody call me for my appointment today? She's like, let me check your chart. I'll call you back. She checks. She calls me back. She's like, we're going to have the doctor call you tomorrow. And I said, he said it has to be in person. She's like, we're going to have the doctor call you tomorrow. He's going to call you on the phone. Okay. So now it's the 25th. The doctor finally calls me and he's like, yeah, so I'm looking at your viral load count, and actually you have no viral load count. Like, there's none detected at all. Nothing. And I'm like, so why did I test positive? He's like, I don't know. I have no idea. So you're telling me that I don't have HIV? He was like, no. So the rapid test and this viral load test confirms that you do not have HIV. He was like, for some reason, it's just some antigen in your blood that tests positive for this specific HIV test. So now every time you get tested positive for HIV, you have to let them know that they cannot give you this test because you will be positive for it. When I tell you I just about fell out on the floor, he's like, yeah, we don't know. This only happened to very few people. It's not often that people get a false positive on HIV test. Like, you know, you're very lucky. He's like, you don't have to take the Biktarvy anymore, obviously. And he's like, but we do need to see you back in 2 months so that you can retest. So just to confirm you are negative. What are the odds that I test positive and get false positive for the 2 sexually transmitted diseases, infections, whatever you want to call them, that you cannot get rid of? I don't know what the fuck is the antigen in my blood, but thank God I don't actually have it. Moving forward, I will always have to let them know that I test positive for herpes if they give me that specific test. I also have to let them know that I test positive for HIV if they give me that specific test as well. And I can no longer give blood ever in my life again because I tested positive for HIV that one time. But like, I hope this inspires y'all to go get tested. And I hope that this opens y'all eyes to how quickly you can get some shit. Because I went from literally nothing to literally all hell breaking loose both times. Well, this is a great time to let y'all know that you can have chlamydia, gonorrhea, etc., 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 and still be asymptomatic. Like, you cannot know that you have it. So you're not getting tested because you don't have symptoms, but you had chlamydia the whole time. Then when you finally did get tested and treated for it, you went on about your day thinking everything's all cool. No, 5 years later down the line, you're trying to have a baby and you find out that you are in fact infertile because you had that chlamydia and it was untreated. And if that's not encouraging y'all enough to go get tested, I remember on TikTok, there was a girl who said her and her friends met up with another group of friends to go smoke hookah. Everybody was smoking the same hookah. They all had their own hookah tips, except for one girl. She did not smoke, so she was not smoking the hookah. A couple weeks later, every single person that was there smoking tested positive for herpes, except for that one girl who did not smoke hookah. So everybody else got oral herpes from, I guess somebody had it, probably had an outbreak, saliva went down the little tube thing, and everybody's just inhaling it in. I know y'all like to smoke hookah. Go get fucking tested.
See, that's the part that I had heard. That sound crazy. Damn, y'all had y'all own tips. I gotta go find that story. But yeah, I thought that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it just brings into, you know, it just made me. That's the part that I heard, and I was just like, cause y'all know I do the mouth thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I smoke the weed, boom, and then I let y'all hit it. It ain't lit right now. I would let y'all hit it, but I'm straight right now. But you know, fuck it. So boom, when it come back to me after it touch your lips, I gotta put my hand right here. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta smoke my hand. You feel me? So I be doing that type shit. But now, or I hit it with the lighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm real picky about that mouth shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real picky about that shit. I told y'all before, like, a girl is more liable to suck me off before I be kissing her and shit. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But that shit dangerous though. You know what I'm saying? I just thought about that shit. Like, so now I'm like, damn, you can catch it for some hookah tips. Goddamn, I don't know. I gotta go find that shit. That shit sound crazy. But definitely, man. She definitely very, very lucky. You know what I'm saying? To not have caught it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting. Well, I kind of was expecting that because first of all, you know, they told you it was inaccurate. The motherfucker already told you it was accurate and inaccurate, and then now you accurate again. You know what I'm saying? So I figured, like, you know what I'm saying, she probably should have did some more research into that because, yeah, I done tested negative before, you know what I'm saying? And we already had this same situation before, you know what I'm saying? And then doctors are so crazy. They just so quick to throw you on some shit. I remember when I broke my wrist, the nigga talking about some, which is probably true, you know what I'm saying? When I broke my wrist, I broke my scaphoid bone. And the nigga was like, oh, with the surgery, they gonna put a screw in my shit. This was last August, you feel me? So they was like, we're gonna put a screw in your shit. And it's a 90% chance that it'll heal with the surgery, and it's a 70% chance that it will heal without the surgery. So I'm damn. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm damn. Like motherfuckers just quick to goddamn throw your ass in surgery. Long story short, I was put in the cast and my shit straight. You feel me? Like so, yeah. But yeah. Y'all watch who y'all smoke after. Y'all watch who y'all be drinking after. Don't be so quick to kiss that boy, the girl, ladies. Don't be so quick to kiss that girl, niggas, my nigga. Cause your goddamn lips gonna fall off. You know what I'm saying? But I'm guilty of the goddamn. Oh my god, it's like head is mandatory. I am guilty for that shit. Like I need to be, cause I use condoms. You feel me? But damn, motherfucker be wanting that goddamn sloppy toppy from her ass before we goddamn. You know what I'm talking about? So. Damn, motherfucker gotta be more careful, goddamn. Oh, shit. Make sure y'all be careful out there, you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, motherfucker just gonna have to give me... Damn, matter asking motherfuckers for the results. Damn. Like, hey, let me get them results, baby girl. Shit. That shit crazy. Hey, it is what it is, though. How many of y'all ask for results before y'all be smashing? I know y'all don't. Y'all just be smashing. I know y'all. Trust me. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with me. Hey, make sure you like the video. Make sure you follow both YouTube channels. We Still Hustle Daily. We Still Hustle Daily too. And I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. And it's your boy Ray. Peace. I'm high as hell.